This is Zarina, and today's topic is Introducing a Lesson. In this lesson, I'll explain you why introduction is so important part of a lesson. All teachers need to have an introduction. An introduction helps students understand what is included in the lesson and how the lesson fits into the course. The teacher also needs to make it clear to the students if the lesson relates to an assessment or how it can develop their understanding of topics. There are many different messages that teachers give within a single introduction. Teacher needs to decide on what to include in the information, and this is normally based on the needs of the lesson, course, or students. Introducing a lesson, a teacher might explain what students will understand as a result of the lesson. Show how the lesson relates to last week's lesson. Present a problem for students to discuss. This gives the students information on what they will hear, shows them how the information is connected to their studies, and engages students with the lesson. Introduction can have many purposes, and a good introduction can really help students understand what the lesson is about and give meaning to the lesson. In the rest of this section, you will look at some useful phrases and vocabulary that can make your lesson introductions clear and effective. To present and clarify language, we use for introducing lessons such kind of phrases. I want you to. Today's lesson is going to focus on. After today's lesson, you'll be able to. You will. We will start with, we will finish with. Something is closely linked to. You can make your introductions clear by using specific phrases to tell students about the lesson content or to tell students what they have to do. So let's look at the phrases that the teachers used in the introductions. So the first one. This phrase asks students a question or gives them instructions to do something. I want you to plus be infinitive. For example, I want you to sit down and open your copybooks. I want you to phrase sit down and open is bare infinitive. Or one more. I want you to write down the date and think about present perfect. I want you to write down and think be infinitive. Next one. This phrase introduces the topic of the lesson. Today's lesson is going to focus on plus noun phrase or VH question word, or in other words, special question word. Example sentence. Today's lesson is going to focus on passive voice. Today's lesson is going to focus on phrase, and passive voice is a noun phrase. Or one more example. Today's lesson is going to focus on what is preposition. Here's question word is what. This phrase tells students what they will achieve from the lesson. After today, you'll be able to plus be infinitive. As I said before, you'll, it means you will. Short version of you will. After today, you'll be able to understand usage of articles. After today, you will be able to phrase understand be infinitive. Or one more example. After today, you'll be able to describe modal verbs. After today, you'll be able to describe is be infinitive. This phrase gives the order of the lesson, information and words as an outline. We'll start with plus noun, then I'll plus be infinitive, and we will finish with plus noun. Example sentence. We will start with homework, then I'll explain new topic, and we will finish with a practical work. We will start with homework is noun, Then I'll explain its bare infinitive, and we'll finish with a practical verb is a noun. This phrase tells us that the lesson is part of a series and is connected to the other lessons and information of the course. This lesson is closely linked to plus noun phrase. For example, this lesson is closely linked to regular and irregular verbs. This lesson is closely linked to our phrase, regular and irregular verbs, the noun phrase. For example, this sentence you can use when you explain past simple or present perfect and so on. In this section, we've looked at different phrases that teachers use in their lesson introductions. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.